Hello everybody, this is Eric from Sector 5. Today we're going to go over how to debug and fix your E3 Sector 5 Chromebook. Sometimes people will drop their Chromebook and the little cord in the back will disconnect from the screen and you'll have some issues. So we want to make sure that we want to turn it on and hold the power button for about 4 to 5 seconds. And see if it even turns on. If it doesn't turn on, that means, well, the battery is probably dead, so let's plug that in. That's one of the most important things when you first purchase the computer, the Chromebook. That red blinking light or a solid light will indicate that it is needing to charge. So let that charge for about 2 or 3 hours so that you got a nice fresh battery, and that way you can see if the Chromebook works. So we're going to let that sit for a while. Okay, so after having that sit for a couple of hours, we want to see if that green light has turned on. If it's orange, that means it's midway through charging and you want to let it sit to green. So let's see if that actually helped it and make it work. So we're going to hold the power button for about 4 seconds and the screen comes on. Voila, we fixed it just by letting it charge. If you, however, are one of the unlucky ones and the green light has come on and it's fully charged, and we try to turn on the power after checking it, and the screen doesn't come on, we may need to have some other debugging, like taking the screen off. But here's a little trick. Hold the power button for about 4 or 5 seconds, and then after like a few seconds, we'll hear this sound. There we go. So if you hear that sound and the screen isn't coming on, means that the screen has been disconnected or there's some issues with the screen. So hold the power button for about 4 or 5 seconds. It'll shut it off. And then we'll get ready to open up the Chromebook. You'll need these 2 screwdrivers, and we also need a shimmy tool or a scraping tool. I use a paint scraping tool to get into there. First, we take off the little bumpers on both sides. One on the left, one on the right. And then we unscrew these 2 screws that are holding on that faceplate. The faceplate can then be removed if we get into it with this little paint scraper. You just get into the edges, make sure that you're just popping slowly. You don't use it too vigorously, but try to get in the whole area around the screen. And then we just fold it back carefully. We don't want to crack the screen. And so we make sure everything is done. Now there are a whole bunch of screws we're going to take out right along the edges, all around the edges of the screen. We want to take out all of those screws. You see all of the ones right here. And there. And there. But make sure you keep in mind where those positions are, because we're going to have to put those screws back right in the same positions. So it might be wise to try to take a picture, because once we put that faceplate back on, we won't have the screws line up and it won't snap into position. So make sure that you have all the screws in the same positions that they were in before. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up. And then once we're done, we're going to pull back those little arms, those little silver arms, and try to do it from the base. And then we're going to pull up this screen very carefully keeping in mind these little arms are in the way, so you want to grab them and pull them back all the way to the keyboard. Try to use it from the base. Try to pull it from the base. And then we see the connections right there. There is another connection right over on here and right here. And we're going to remove both of those and put them right back in. We want to make sure that we take a little screwdriver and there's a tape or a film that is holding it securely taut. So we want to get that tape and pull it back and pull the connection off. And we want to make sure that there's no sand or anything if you dropped it in that connection. And then we want to securely put that connection back in. Remember, take your time. You don't have to do this in a rush, of course. And then once we have it securely back in place, we want to put that film right back. Make sure that it's taut. We want to make sure that it is tight in there. We want to do the same one with this connection. So we're going to pull it out carefully and then push it right back in. There you go. And try to use your nail if you don't have any nails. Sometimes you can use a little screwdriver to kind of make sure the connection is in there. There you go. And we want to place that screen right back where it was. And then we also want to take care of the connection. So we want to make sure that it is put back just like it was before. So that is handy where that picture would come back into play. And you want to put all of those connections or those little connectors, make sure it's all in place so we could snap that faceplate back on. Then we want to pull those arms, grab it from the base so you don't bend the arm, pull it from the base and put it back to where it was so we could start screwing everything back in. Let's test the computer by holding down the power, and there you go. The screen turns on before it didn't. That connection was the issue. So we want to test it, try to hit the power, turn it back off, hit the screen, and it powers off with that. So voila, we got that working now. Now let's just put everything back together. We're going to put the screws back into place. Like I said, those screws have to go back exactly where they needed to be. I'm using a electric screw, but you can use a handheld as well. But the electric screwdriver makes it a little bit easier, but just be careful you don't use a powerful one because it could do some damage. Now make sure that all the screws are tight and flush so that when that faceplate goes back on, everything is going to fit back very nicely. Okay, so let's just double check our screws and make sure that all of them are tight. And it'll take a little bit. No rush. Now we finally get our faceplate and start clicking everything back in. There's just little snaps and just go around the edges. Go around the edges. We might want to try to test to see if the screen comes on. There we go. Screen does come back on. So we just want to double check to see it's working again. And we didn't mess anything up while putting on that faceplate. Put the screws back on. Put the bumpers back on. And that's it. We fixed our Chromebook. That's our E3 Sector 5, guys. Thanks a lot.